Why do we listen to music? No, seriously, why do we? What makes it so intrinsically enjoyable to us? And is it actually beneficial? Humans are innately musical, regardless of cultural background. The ability to understand and to enjoy music is universal, and our understanding of music seems innately part of us. Babies have been observed to be perceptually aware of melodies and relative pitch. Rhythmic understanding appears in infants as young as 6 months old, and they can appreciate and understand various musical styles from different cultures and backgrounds. It's only as we grow older do we become more attuned to our culture's musical signposts and become more adept at culturally specific musical skills. It seems kind of understandable at first. We as humans are musical because we love patterns. Pattern recognition demonstrates an important evolutionary mechanism that has helped us survive. For example, being able to identify poisonous plants from healthy ones, or identify the signs of a nearby predator, all would have been crucial to the survival of our ancestors. Those that were more attuned to pattern recognition would have had a far greater chance of survival. And what is music if not just an elaborate sequence of patterns? Music may trip the pattern sensing wire, filling us with the hormones that would have kept us alive when we most needed it. And that would explain the strong physiological response that some people get from listening to music. Think about the goosebumps or the chills that you get when you listen to music that resonates with you. But we haven't really answered the question, why? Why does music have such a significant and profound impact on us? Explaining it away by reducing it to simple biological functions, while that seems effective, I think really ignores the significant emotional effect it can have on us. So perhaps some good old philosophy can help us, specifically the philosophy of aesthetics. Aesthetics deals with the idea of beauty, basically asking ourselves why we find things beautiful or appealing. So for example, why do we like that painting? Or why does that song resonate with us so powerfully? But what is it that shapes our idea of beauty, and what is it that makes us appreciate art? According to the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, the value of a work, a piece of music in our case, is essentially tied to the experience it affords. In other words, we find the music we like enjoyable because it has an effect on us. It makes us think about our own feelings and opinions. It challenges our aesthetic self. Our aesthetic engagements are a crucial part of how we perceive our own identity. So for example, if we change our aesthetic preference from liking classical music to pop music, we change the way we perceive ourselves. A joint research project found that changing aesthetic preferences had a much more profound impact on how we perceive ourselves as individuals than changing our leisure preferences. So for example, running or playing video games. So music makes us who we are. What we like to listen to contributes to and reflects what we think of ourselves as individuals. And taking this philosophical approach has helped us understand a little bit more why we listen to music, but it doesn't really answer the question more forwardly. We've looked at this from an evolutionary perspective as well as a philosophical one, and yet we haven't really asked the question in a practical sense. So let's dive into some numbers about how music is actually being listened to in the modern day and why we are listening to it as well. Through various surveys, observations and studies, a research group managed to boil down previous explanations to just 3 out of 128 measurable ones. Those 3 were to regulate mood, achieve self-awareness, and as an expression of social relatedness. The researchers called these the Big 3, and of them, social relatedness was ranked the lowest contributor to our music listening. The classic evolutionary idea that music is a social adhesive begins to lose steam when we look at it through a more modern and practical perspective. Seemingly, people today hardly listen to music for social reasons. Instead, it's principally being used to alleviate boredom, maintain a pleasant mood, and create a comfortable and personal space. Such a private mode of listening probably just reflects our emphasis on individuality. Self-acknowledgement and well-being is ranked more highly to us than social relatedness and cohesion. We may have come to listen to music for a variety of reasons over millennia. Perhaps it is for survival or group communication. But maybe that's changing. And us as music listeners of today, listen to music to see ourselves, to find ourselves. We listen to music to make us and reflect who we are as individuals. Thanks for watching.